Excellence Awards in Pinetown District today. But unfortunately, we are not there. We had to prioritize critical areas within the department. And we said that now that we know that there is this program, it would be a travesty of justice if we just drive and go there and celebrate when we are having acting circuit managers being empowered here in Maritime School. So I must say the program that is initiated from Oak Branch, IDS, and driven at the level of the Chief Directorate District Operations Management. So our concern is that we don't want people to continue having the narrative that says circuit managers are a weakest link in the system, because we fully understand the role that you play as circuit managers. Like the district director indicated, you are the first line of command just above the school. So everything and anything that happens within the school premises, he says, Anjin, educators, SMTs, principals, learners, even the social partners within the branch, they are in your hands. So as a department, we are proud to have a caliber of circuit managers. You wouldn't have been chosen to lead a cluster of schools if the district directors and CESs did not see a potential in you. So I am congratulating you and indicating that you are not in Hollywood. The fact that you are said to be acting, sometimes people do not take the acting position serious because sometimes they have this uncertainty whether they will finally end up being permanent in the position. Just tell yourself that even though you've got a caption at you are an acting circuit manager, you are just a circuit manager who is performing all the functions of a circuit manager in terms of what is contained in the PEM document as responsibilities, duties and responsibilities of a circuit manager. And when you go to those schools, just walk tall. Have that confidence that you will change the lives of people in the school community. So if I talk about the school community, I'm referring to everyone who has an interest in education within the school setup. So we are not going to waste your time because we have this specialist whom we trusted with the program. But I just want to indicate that just to prioritize the issue of Circular D3 of 2023, let us ensure that we support the underperforming schools. Because we are in number one, yes, we appreciate that, but we need to improve the quality of results. Yes. Even though as a province, we are number one in terms of distinctions, we are number one in terms of bachelors, but I think we need to ensure that we eliminate the performance which cause learners to leave the basic education with higher certificate. We rather end at the level of diplomas, not higher certificates, because we are conscious of the fact that when learners move from basic education to higher education, their future is determined through the scores, through the points when they have to go to universities. So let us ensure that we focus, our energy should be focused on those schools that are performing below 70%, because that is informed by Circular D3 of 2023. But by right as a province, since we are performing at 90% and above, our benchmarks should be saying anything that is below 90% is deemed to be the underperformance. But we are not quick to go there because we are setting targets that are realistic. And we want you to be able to support these schools such that slowly they move out of the bracket of T70 and getting into the 80s right up to the level of 90s. But what is critical is that we need to ensure that the relevant documents, the critical documents that should be kept by schools are there, because that is where we need to start. If the leadership and management of the school does not have the basic management documents, whether it is performing well or whether it is poorly performing, we roll yethu ukuthi senze sure ukuthi those documents are there. And I must indicate to you that we are in a period where we are being audited as the department. An opening meeting has been held with the Auditor General, and they've articulated their position in terms of their role as AG, and there are requests for information that they are sending to us. And the turnaround time for the provision of documents is 3 days. So right now, I think 2 days ago, today is the deadline, there is request for information 16 that was sent to districts. And what is entailed in that request for information 16. So if we want to use RFI, that is an acronym for request for information. And you need to take that very seriously. Fortunately, your district was not sampled in terms of the districts that will be visited. So for that request for information 16, there are 4 districts that have been sampled. It's Umgungundlovu, Herikwala, Uthugela, and Umzinyathi. And amongst the documents that the AG is requesting the district to submit, it's the SSE. Yes. And we always preach the gospel of the self-evaluation instrument. Another document that is sampled is the Circuit Improvement Plan. So as you sit here, if you have your Circuit Improvement Plan, make sure that it is signed and approved by your supervisor, because those are the conditions that are set by the Auditor General. You might send them a copy of the CIP, but if it's not signed, that is going to be a finding. And a finding will be a reflection of the whole province. They might sample 16 CIPs, but if they find all those CIPs not signed, not authorized by supervisors, incomplete, then they won't accept that. They will say, we have a finding that KZN Department of Education does not have circuit improvement plans. Same thing with the school improvement, all the relevant documents. In fact, I have emailed the document to the colleagues, and I'll really appreciate if you can beam that request for information, because it has everything and anything that has to do with Circular D3 of 2023. It has everything to do with the implementation of whole school evaluation. So as you rise from this session, you need to go back and check whether you have all these basic documents in your file. And if they are not signed, make sure that you submit them to your supervisors so that they sign them. Because next year, it might be your district that will be sampled. Because right now, they are requesting documents for the previous academic year, for 2025. If we look at the financial cycle, it's 2025-2026. So right now, we are just looking at your new CIP for the new financial year. So let us make sure that we have all these documents and we have confidence in new colleagues. And what is nice is that we have even eliminated the number of underperforming schools. I think we're sitting at 112, if not 113, 112 T70 schools. And we have only 4 T20 schools. And by the way, we were able to completely eliminate T40 schools last year and also the previous year. So that is a good sign that you are indeed supporting your schools. But if you need anything, any advice, the lines of these 3 colleagues are always open. Even my line is always open, because we are here to support you. Because Sifuna, even though you call it competition amongst Amadis, it's a healthy competition. But what is critical is that you should be competing with yourself. Because you need to move and improve from where you are now. So you entered this room having some knowledge on the roles and responsibilities of the circuit manager. You had some knowledge of what it means to be an instructional leader. You have information about the strategies that we need to prioritize in mathematics and reading strategy. And by the way, this request for information 16 also speaks to strategies that we should be putting in place. So I wish you all the best. But I really appreciate talking to circuit managers, because I was a circuit manager myself. And I used to be very angry when we were called a weakest link, because I know what it takes to be a circuit manager. You prepare your itinerary and you wake up the following day, your itinerary has completely changed. You wake up planned that I'm going to go to that T40 school. Then an instruction from head office comes to say, no, we've got a crisis there, leave there. So those times are gone, because you have to be assertive as well. Those times are gone where you were firefighters, where you were postmen. You are now critical leaders between the school and the department. And these leaders should be providing in leadership to our principals. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.